Hello and welcome back to the Honeydew Summer Showdown. I'm Rhodes, joined today with Polson for this bottom of the standings matchup between Strawberry Pocky and Honeydew. Both of these teams are 0-2, so I'm interested to see who can find their first win of the tournament.
I mean, yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see how this goes. Bind, very unusual map, no mid. Relies a lot on the explosive plays, which lends itself more to a double duelist-esque comp, so we can see if we can get either team to bring that out.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of slow starts from Honeydew so far in this tournament. I haven't been able to see much of Strawberry Pocky, but I'm really interested to see if Honeydew can have a faster start and win the pistol in the start of this game.
Yeah, again, Bind itself as a map lends itself really well to those explosive heat of the moment plays. A lot of picks that are meta on this map for a reason. Brimstone, Raze, sometimes the Gecko or the Sky that come out. They're all very explosive picks, sometimes literally, sometimes, they can just dump util and go.
Yeah, definitely. And we see no Sentinels coming out for either team, which I feel like is kind of unconventional, especially what you see in like your solo queue. You'll see like the Cypher like almost every single game. So I wonder how that's going to come into play for both sides of the teams.
Yeah, I mean, in general, on Bind, one of the maps that, in my opinion at least, it's okay to not run a Sentinel. The only reason, at least in my opinion again, that you'd run the Cypher, or at least the main reason that you would, is to counter the Lurk Viper util, just because Cypher's util passively holds map control. He doesn't have to be anywhere near it. You don't have to deal with it. Fire and forget.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, both teams running almost the exact same comp. We got double duelist on the side of Pocky, and I mean, both of these teams we know can be very aggressive, and especially Debu, one of the players that have been probably the most aggressive in this tournament and gets picked off kind of a lot. So I really want to see him be able to get these high level picks to not put their team at a disadvantage, especially early on.
And especially if you can't really get those follow up trades, it can cascade so fast. Trust me, I had but just the spiraling effect of just if you don't get the first pick, then you can't get the first trade, then you're down a person, then you have to reset, then you're down util. It mounts really quickly, and it can be really hard to come back from.
Yeah, definitely. And it feels like it's happened a lot to Honeydew. So if the side of Strawberry Pocky, again, I haven't been able to see too many of their matches. They did take a map off the first place Adrenaline, which I think is very good for them, especially since most people probably thought it would be a stomp, since Adrenaline, of course, is the tournament favorites. But Strawberry Pocky coming into this, I do feel like is the favorite because of, even though they are down 0-2, they did have to forfeit their first match against you guys on Luminescent. But I really want to see if they come out strong here.
Yeah, I mean, again, strong start can mean a lot for a team. You have more rounds of a cushion to play off of. You can take more risks, and more of a risk, there's a higher chance for it to pay off for you. So we'll definitely see if we can get into that.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Honeydew, I don't think has shown too much on Bind so far in the tournament, and it looks like they are going to be starting up towards B, where I mean, Strawberry Pocky still has 2 players in spawn, which I do find a bit strange. They will move now, but they'll have a late setup here, as it looks like Jin. I'm sorry, I don't know how I'm going to pronounce this Viper's name, but they're alone on site.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be an easy hold here. Again, the default Viper wall comes out, but they don't get it quite correct, so Shower's pinch isn't necessarily going to happen. Not that it was in the first place.
It's like Liam might see Jin here and gets killed off it, and I mean, that's a big pick for the Viper, as it looks like the Jet is still AFK, which is really rough for Pocky. But they do get the starting pick, as they know Honeydew is most likely on the side of B, so this is not the best setup for Pocky, but they do get the opening pick.
Yeah, and the Viper Horde that orb get taken.
Yeah, and I do wonder what's going on the side of Ginny, because they are AFK. They are going to use the Trailblazer up and spot out the Viper, and it looks like they will opt for this B hit.
Yeah, Jet's playing anti-flash in spawn.
A bit special, as they are held still, as, I mean, Jin still has a nice position in Hookah. Honeydew just holding still. It looks like they do want to hit teleport, and they will. They don't have too much space, as Towels and Ginny are still on site, as it's going to be potentially rough for Honeydew, but they will push straight out and find 3 players, as trades are going to start coming through. Jenny finds 1 deep blue, trades back over, as it is a 4 versus 3 on site. Soup and Kang gonna look to flash. Powell sees an angle. A flank coming in from Jin as well. Kang will trade with Julie. And it is now a 3-on-1. Mimosa gonna find one, but Beat Soup trades it back, and that is a good round for the side of Strawberry Pocky.
Good idea, you know, bait it out with the smokes. You knew you were pinched on 3 different sides, be it from elbow, CT, and from hookah, but instead of taking that TP early, or instead of taking that TP late, baiting out a little more util, maybe baiting out another rotate, they took it a little early, tried to get better positioning on site, but their rotates weren't quite in yet.
Yeah, definitely, and especially having the man advantage there with Jin getting the opening kill in the hookah, and it did feel like Honeydew just kind of collapsed at Garden. They never really pushed through. They didn't know that Jin was alone on B site. So I think actually it was very useful, as it looks like we're going to get a tech pause as Kang has 150 plus ping. That is not what you want.
Yeah, that's rough.
But yeah,
I mean, yeah. The Sky Flash when it came out didn't see anybody, but they decided not to commit to it anyway because I think they were scared of getting the pinch. But I mean, again, it's interesting to see how teams react when their plans don't go perfectly, because that's truly, you know, where a good team will differ from a great team, and you'll see the differences there. Good teams, maybe they don't make the right call every time, but you know, they'll do it together like a team should, and sometimes it works because, again, you play together, you play off of each other. That's the basis of playing with the team. But sometimes, you know, great teams, they'll take that information, like the Sky Flash didn't see anything on B site, which means, because the Brimstone smokes weren't down yet, which means that nobody was playing CT or elbow, because it should have seen both angles from, at least on the mini-map. I don't know if it was quite high enough. But they should have taken that, or at least in my opinion, I would take that as a signal to just go and take site.
Yeah, definitely. It did really look like Honeydew kind of fumbled that, and I mean, like you were saying, like they just played Pocky played together pretty well. I mean, trades were on both sides. Pocky just had all the knowledge of what was going on, and holy Kang's ping is going up to 1,000 right now.
I mean, yeah, I thought this was you know, ping, you know, not a jumping contest, but you know, highest score wins, I guess.
And now the Viper's Jin is not even in the game as well, so they're having a lot of ping issues.
Yeah,
and I do want to talk about second rounds, because I don't know if you know this, but whenever I'm casting a game, I have this thing called the curse, especially in Honeydew games, where people for some reason can't win a second round conversion, and I wonder if they're able to pull it off. I believe they have done at least 2 so far in the tournament.
Yeah, they got thrifted.
I mean, both teams love to do it, especially when we're playing Lotus. Unfortunately, there's no Lotus today because the maps are Bind, Haven, and then Ascent. But on Lotus, I believe we Al and I have a 4 for 8 or something for second round conversions. It's crazy.
What a percentage. My lord, and I was home to what, 2 of those? 1 of those?
Yeah,
yeah, 2 of them, both on Lotus, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was crazy.
One did work out for you though, which you actually won against GFU.
Yeah.
Which was again a very crazy fun comeback that we've seen. But yeah, I feel like this is actually the second broadcast in a row where it looks like we're gonna have to have a very long pause, just like our last one, which was Luminescent as well.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, it just depends. I mean, anti-eco stratting in general, it generally depends on credit amount, depends on what you have access to. If you can buy 2 Guardians and a Bulldog, then generally you really want to play those long-range engagements. Or if you can buy like a rifle plus 2 Guardians or a rifle Guardian Bulldog, you know, you really want to take those long-range engagements. But sometimes if the attackers can squeak out, like you say, sheriffs on an eco round, you know, if they really, like, they killed 4, planted the spike, you might see some few sheriffs. In that case, you know, sometimes it might be better, you know, tone it down a little bit, run an SMG or 3, you know, give the Stinger plus a Spectre in there, and take advantage of the closer range fights, because their sheriffs, well, yeah, they do more damage, again, higher bloom, don't quite have as much accuracy over time.
Yeah, and it looks like Mimosa is going to be opting in for the Sheriff and leaving with the Ghost. Obviously, it can change from now to whenever this starts, but like Yeah, like you said, like a lot, especially on Bind, I feel like there's a lot of close range engagements, especially at the start. But as we get into more of the round, it turns into more long range engagements that, as you can see from the buy of Luminescent, or not, sorry, not Luminescent, Strawberry Pocky, they are opting in the 3 Spectres at the moment. So you can definitely see like they're going to go for a lot more short range duels, which they definitely probably prefer, especially against Honeydew.
Yeah, especially with a comp like that. I mean, double duelists, they just want to get in your face. They want to throw you around. They want you to play their game. I mean, short of running a breach, there's not much of a stronger of a, I guess, strong arming comp is the way to put it. But they basically force you to play their game plan. Like, breach is the big one. The one I can think of off the top of my head is the loud ascent comp. You know, the 7 flashes you don't get to see comp. The other thing that I'm curious if they pull out here on Bind is, especially because we have yet to see, and I know Raze has the credits if she were to sell the Sheriff, is if we would see a Judge come out, just because it's so strong in lamps, and especially before a Brimstone ult or something like that can ever get online, you know, round 2, round 3, they can be really powerful.
Yeah, that would be definitely interesting to utilize. Like D Blue could definitely find a lot of picks in that in lamps on this attack side as we finally get back into the match. We have some decent guns coming out from the side of Pocky. They're going to push a lot through shower. It's going to be 4, and this is a very interesting setup here.
Ooh, the Viper almost goes down there to Molly. The dogs saw it through showers, though, so they can confirm there's at least 3 people here. They heard 2, the dog saw 1. So, we'll see what they can do about that.
Yeah, looks like we're still going to be holding strong. Towel's just holding this angle. Is going to spot a few if they push out. They'll be still 4 towards showers, and it looks like Jin might find his Grim Julie. Towel does find a kill. Jin finds Julie as well. Beats to... I mean, Lee does get 1. Mimosa with a nice pick off as well. Jin doesn't find the pick as it is a 3 versus 2. Lee hiding in the smoke. Push out, and Kang gets the pick. Jin will finish it off.
Yeah,
and there's no second version.
Oh my goodness. That shot from... Was it Mimosa or am I crazy?
It was Mimosa, yes.
That 1D was... That was filthy.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I have what they're having?
Sorry?
Can I have what they're having? That was filthy.
whatever supplements they take, I want, because some of these 1D I've seen, like in a lot of these series, are actually crazy, because that could have changed the tide of that round. But I mean, they were just held completely in shower and nothing to do. Jin with a really nice flank onto Julie as well to cut off anything they wanted to do short. So I mean, it was just a very clean round. They only lost a few guys, and I think they'll take that every time.
Yeah, and again, no shotgun play for the showers player. It's kind of interesting. Seems like they're going something fast towards lamps though. Yeah,
it looks like they want to put a lot of cryo on this lamps orb, which I don't blame them, because I mean, orbs I feel like are very underutilized in this game, and I'm really happy that some teams like to utilize them. It can be very useful, as Beatsup and Waffle gonna be shooting out at each other, but it's more of a standstill so far early in this round.
I mean, yeah, definitely on a map like Bind, where the 2 extremities are honestly the more important parts of the map to hold than the 2 closest parts, it's kind of, you know, not quite mandated, but implied that you'll fight for one of the 2 orbs at least.
Definitely. As well as Julie is going to find a pick over with Kang. Kang trades one back on the Julie, as Kang knows there's one there on Liam. And they find the pick, and Kang finds the double. That's going to put a man advantage for the side of Pocky, and
Spike down. Yeah, and the spike goes down, so... And they have full control of flash secured info. They know there's nobody there right now, so it's going to take a while.
TP and pick on the Ginny. That does give advantage, I would say, back to Honeydew, but the spike is still down. Kang only has the Stinger, as didn't pick up any weapons, scared that there are people along, and now they know there are 3, and this could be dirt messy real quick.
Oh yeah, and the messy fights are honestly where the SMGs thrive. They're just going to grab the bomb.
That was a good trade. Towels does find the pick on a Mimosa, so they will pick up guns for this last 2v2 fight. And I mean, they have full advantage, as they know Spike's down, they know exactly where it is. They're both going to go through teleport, so that now the defenders, the D Blue and Waffle, know exactly where they are. Waffle's going to push back.
I see one here.
Yeah, definitely. As they throw snake bite. Sorry. And they have full advantage of where everyone is. Deeblu's probably going to try to find a pick here off the knowledge.
If Raze can stall us, this deep flank could come in really hard.
B2 finds one. Is now Waffle flanking from showers. I don't think they expect this at all. Maybe they do. Towel's a knower. And B2 finds the last one. I mean, Towel's just constantly just making sure they get it. They do have enough time, as that was close, but that is a 3 rounds in a row for Strawberry Pocky.
And if Deep Blue lives for just a couple more seconds there, you know, Waffle has the chance to walk all the way around through showers. You might see the flank come in huge there, but just didn't quite have enough stall on them.
Yeah, and that whole round essentially started with Kang, just able to find that double kill, just making the numbers of Honeydew go so far down. Yes, Honeydew do make it a 3v3, but once it becomes a 2v2 with guns, that could have gone any way, and like you were saying before, that Waffle flank could have come up huge if Deebu just waited like 1 or 2 more seconds, but Tao just knew and was able to find that round for them.
Yeah.
So we have a fast in the hookah, and they might just jump out early. We're gonna see as Jim backs all the way up with Ginny. This is gonna be a bit scary.
A lot of quick space and then a lot of no noise, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, definitely. As Mimosa does make noise up short, so that could maybe draw a defender, but it does not look like it at all. They're gonna go back up long. This is a very slow play for Honeydew, which I'm not sure about it when they're on an eco.
Could be really dangerous with the double flank coming through showers.
Definitely is. I mean, Waffle is just playing so slow, short.
Thrash though.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do much. Yeah, they're going to commit this. Ginny's probably just going to run away with Jin as they jump out.
Gets one an elbow.
Jin gets 2, gets 3. I mean, this eco has gone completely sideways as Jin gets 4K. Unfortunately, didn't see much of it, but that was a really good round for the side of Strawberry Pocky, while also taking out the Thrash that's no longer available for Honeydew on their gun run.
And Thrash can be just... Honestly, Thrash most broken ult in the game. Gonna be honest. 7 orbs, it's basically a Skydog on steroids with a Killjoy ult in it, and you can use it twice. That is ridiculous. I don't know why it's still 7 orbs, right, please.
and the worst part about it, like, they don't have it now, so that's a huge advantage for the side of Strawberry Pocky, as they're now up 4-0. And if they win this round, the economy of Strawberry Pocky, of Honeydew, is just completely demolished.
I mean, yeah, and you said it already. Strawberry Pocky's eco is looking really beefy.
Ooh, Julie does find one Jin alone in hookah. They're going to push out, and it does look like they're going to fall, but how many will he take with her? Takes 2!
Oh my goodness. The unshakable anchor in hookah.
Another a lot of kills for Jin, as now they have man advantage coming onto this B site. The bomb is down. They know exactly where Liam is. It finds another, and now there's only 2 left. D-Blue up on the box, gets hit by Beet Soup, and now only 1 left down long, and this Brim is gonna cry. He does find Kang though. It is technically possible. They do have their ultimate.
Definitely.
Julie finds 1. The hero reload. Jin didn't push it, so this actually could be close now. Molly misses, but Jin cleans up for the second 4K in a row, and Honeydew is in shambles.
The unshakable anchor on the B side. I mean, you just can't do anything to them.
Yeah, and Honeydew, they used 2 more of their ultimates. They just used their Seekers and Orbital. And now they're only left with a Showstopper for D-Blue. But guess what? 3 ultimates now on the side of Strawberry Pocky. They have so much momentum in this. Honeydew are going to buy again, and wow, Ginny's going to pick up an op as well, but this is looking so good for the side of Strawberry Pocky.
Yeah, and a second side effect to using those Seekers last round, you're 4 out of 7 on Gecko ult, you're 1 out of 8 on Sky ult. This Viper's Pit is completely free. You have to flush it out with your face.
Ginny finds Liam at the start of the round. That's bomb 2, and Ginny's just going to do it again. Will they keep out? This is very aggressive from Ginny. This could go poorly as Mimosa finds Beet Soup in showers, and D-Blue is going to find the lane up long. But you see Jin, it's back in hookah, just... I mean, can you even peek them at this point?
Honestly, don't know. Yeah, if this was my team, I'd just be saying, okay, let's raise ult hookah. We can't deal with this, so let's just, you know, shove a rocket down their throat.
Fair. As we look see bomb on Julie, gonna be up in the A side, 3 people there. It looks like Deep Blue is looking to teleport, and they will. Only 2 on site for Strawberry Pocky. This could go sideways as they push in with the stim. They go back into teleport. They're challenging.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Tragedy strikes 3 times in a row as Jin with another 3+ kill round. 15-2 at round 7.
This is just a slaughter from them. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't even know what to say anymore. It just feels like anything Honeydew's trying to do, Jin just says no. Just stop going B.
Yeah. If I believe it was Kang there. If they had stayed in showers there and forced the fight with the Rays, you might have been able to catch on to that a little sooner, get the mana advantage, you know, play something a little bit out, but didn't quite happen as we're gonna see some aggression.
Yeah, looks like their Beat Soup's gonna walk slowly down as they're just waiting for Jin, but Jin doesn't. Oh, Jin might actually catch this. Might push out, just check. They do find it out, and now Beat Soup and Kang might slow walk down long. They're not going to see anything, but they do have a very, very good flank right now that could blow up in Honeydew's faces.
Yeah, and I think Strawberry Pocky's starting to pick up on this default that Honeydew are running.
Oh no, the timing's going to go poorly. No trigger discipline. Does find 1 and finds 2 as Beat Soup just annihilates Honeydew's chances of this round.
Yeah, and like I said, can't really tell if it's just your Viper dominating in hookah so you feel confidence, or if they've actually solved this default and they know that Honeydew really like to send either 2 towards B and then the other 3 towards A. Oh my. It's filthy. Just gets the pick.
Liam does find the pick on the Ginny, but it's still a 4v3. Beat Soup gets Waffle and 2 are stuck. They missed their shots. 1 stuck triple, 1 stuck shower. 2 think this round's over. And it is, as Kang gets a double, and that's 7-0 for the side of Strawberry Pocky.
I mean, at what point do you consider we need to take this time out? We need to reset our mentals, you know, get back into this game. Maybe here they have the full gun round, we'll see. Maybe if they can pull something together. But it's going to take a few rounds thrown together to phase Strawberry Pocky here.
Okay.
There it is, yep.
You are in their comms apparently, as they still they will hit the timeout, and I mean, no one can blame them. They're finally back on the gun round, and I mean, they do have Thrash and Showstopper to work with. Can they utilize that to potentially just cheese it out maybe to win this?
You definitely can. I mean, yeah, Thrash, like I said, Thrash broken ultimate honestly shouldn't exist the way it is. You can use it to clear all of lamps, it can clear all of hookah. It can clear anywhere, and then it can make that space that then allows the result to go straight through onto the site and get the value. And then you can use it again in the post plant, because why not?
You can just pick it up again, then boom, you can do the same thing all over again.
Yep.
Yeah. You would hope that's what Steph is telling her team right now, or at least setting up some sort of play, because we have seen the Showstopper on D-Blue for like the last 3 rounds or so. So you would really hope that they try to utilize it to try and make this an 8 or 7-5 half if they somehow can.
I mean, yeah. Again, the biggest thing that they're going to have to do is string together multiple rounds, and Ultimates will put a band-aid on it, but you need to deal with whatever they're doing. You need to either stop fighting hookah, you need to let this Viper lurk, you need to just do something to change your game plan.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll see what they're doing now. It looks like they do want to contest against Jin. This is but they're gonna thrash it. They're hungry. I think they're thrashing this, and Beatsu might actually peek out for a pick here. Gonna back up, and yeah, I think this thrash will be coming out just to clear it, like you said. Just really good quick kill. Ooh! Clean kill from Mimosa on the Ginny, but early ult from Jin will potentially deter Honeydew from wanting to go on the site.
I was about to say they don't actually have anybody playing elbow, so that Viper's pit could be a really big bait setup for their team. But Raze goes over, picks up the angle, makes sure her Viper can't get flanked.
Yeah, no, it looks like they are going to teleport, and A is now the push. You would hope the Thrash or Showstopper is going to come out.
But no rotates are in, and they have the Brimble to counter this if they need it.
Yeah, Thrash goes through and lands only 2 people on. That's going to hit the huge orbital strike on the Mimosa. The D-Blue finds Kang. And, I mean, they did clean up site with the Thrash. No Showstopper, though, which, again, I find a bit confusing, but it worked out in the end as they have a 4-2 advantage on site with only Beat Soup and Jin left, the top frags of this team.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, it's the two best players right now, so is this really what you want?
Julie being able to deter them from coming into lamps does definitely help. And it does actually, with the setup that Honeydew has, I don't think you can throw this. This is way too good a setup.
Don't speak too soon.
Julie does fall to Beatsu, but the time is falling down. They do have the molly. D-Blue gets the fourth of the round. I mean, that's what you want from D-Blue, because it feels like we haven't seen enough from him so far. Yeah,
you said it in the pre-round. They have to step up, and you know what? There it is. And coincidentally, look where that went. It went from a 0 to a 1.
That's how it starts.
Yeah, it all starts with 1. Your first round is your hardest.
And now they have Seekers up as well, so I wonder if they maybe combo the Seekers with a Showstopper now, which it's not going to happen, judging from what we've seen so far, but you never know, maybe he'll remember that he has Showstopper.
Yeah, I mean, but even if they don't, think about it. If you can get this Viper on either of the ult orbs, or if you can get her to the plant, she's got the pit for the post-pit.
Yeah, and
they can't really flush it out.
Yeah, you know Honeydew does like to go for it, but it does look like the wall is kind of making them not being able to at the Showstopper.
There it goes.
Goes towards showers, might find towels. Kang does find Mimosa. Nothing on the Showstopper as they know exactly how to set up. Waffle finds Kang. Good flash onto Beatsu, but nothing found for D-Blue as it's a 4v4 setup here. Showstopper comes out for Beatsu. Doesn't see Julie. It's a 1v1 now. And Waffle finds the final pick. Julie clutches that round, and Waffle finally gets 2 kills on the board after not having the best start. But this is how you do it for Honeydew. They could put up 5 here as they get a really good eco now.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's messy, even if it doesn't look good, you're pulling rounds together, and that's what matters. You're hurting their economy now. Look, Ginny, stuck on 800 credits with a judge, isn't able to full buy this round. They will have jet knives, but you know, we'll see how those goes.
Yeah, definitely. They are pulling the string. If they win this round, no, it'll take them 2 rounds for the side of Pocky's economy to go down. But either way, Honeydew do have a decent economy now, as we do hear the Bladestorm come out from Ginny. Gonna play back sight-ish on B. Jin playing a different position, not playing the hookah that they usually do. So they're gonna clear anyway. So Honeydew is looking to commit to this B site as Bomb is in the hookah. So I wonder how this goes, as Ginny does use a few jet knives, so that's a bit rough. Oh yeah, that double flank could come huge. It's a bit too slow as they push out now. Julie takes a bit of damage from the snake bite, nothing too major. As a double flank comes out, D-Blue finds Ginny back sight. That's not what you want at all.
And if you need it, you have the pit here.
Yeah, definitely. And you pit, you have Orbital Strike. This is a really good position for Honeydew, but we have a double flank coming in. Liam has no clue at all.
He does!
He turns last second. Mimosa finds Jin, and now it's a 2v4 again, and I think this is a 3rd round potentially for the side of Honeydew. Unless Kang can go huge, cannot. D-Blue finds 1. Towels can find D-Blue, but Mimosa cleans up the kills, and that is 3 rounds in a row now for Strawberry Pocky.
Yeah, sorry for the caster curse. I guess it's a reverse caster curse if what I said actually happened, but, don't really know the physics behind that, but yeah, you'll see it here. Everything, threw everything in the kitchen sink into last round, but at the end of the day, you have a Spectre. You have 4 more rifles, but you still have 1 person that has to eco.
Yeah, definitely. And, we haven't seen much from Ginny in general yet, as they haven't really put up much kills on the board. It's mostly been Jin clutching these rounds. So I really want to see the rest of the team step up, as it looks like we might get some contact shower with Towels and D-Blue. Or Ginny rushes down long.
Oh, but he makes it! And they made it because of the SMG.
Yeah, D-Blue finds Towels. D-Blue will get trade out by Beatsu, but they have a full A site. Beatsu, the only one that is near, and Lee knows exactly where he is.
Shot my wingman.
And he's gonna get Thrash here off the plant as well. This is actually a pretty decent position. They're getting
hard, but yeah, bind is bind.
Yeah, it's a 3v4 now, as everyone is on A for the side of Strawberry Pocky. And Ginny could go pick up a gun. Doesn't look like they are, as they're gonna push Waffle through teleport, finds them, and now it's a 4v2. This is quite difficult now.
I'll say, yeah, now they have a gun, just generously donated by the player in Huko.
Yeah, it looks like both of them are through elbow. They're going for a double flank, but the spike is not planned for them whatsoever, so they will go slowly back. Rash will come through. They also have orbital as well. Actually, no, sorry, they used it before. Never mind. My bad.
I was gonna say the double flank could be huge, but they didn't really have the stall until they needed to make it work.
Hang finds one. Julie gets Beatsu, but Ginny doesn't let him have it. As Ginny, that rush down long almost found a pick early, but it didn't matter until they finally found a gun. And now that Ginny has a gun, picks up 2 kills on this round.
I mean, yeah, but again, you strung 2 close rounds together here. You still have a full buy. It's still very winnable. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, if you can make this 8-4, I think Honeydew definitely think it's winnable, because all you have to do is win pistol and then win the second round conversion, and then it's 8-6, and then you have a very doable game because you're only down by 2.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's -2 differential. That's more than can make up for itself, especially when you're going onto the onto defense on bind here. If you have some good presets.
Yeah, definitely, and I do actually like Honeydew's chances on a retake on defense a lot better than on the attack, as most in D blue do find 2 trades 1 out and a 4-2 advantage for Honeydew early in this round. I mean, it's looking very nice. Ginny is going to look for aggressive pick in the garden, potentially. If Lean gets picked off here, this is definitely doable for the side of Strawberry Pocky. It's just very difficult, as it looks like they might look for a TP noise, potentially.
Yeah, and again, like I said, they needed to... I was about to say it, sorry. They need to win these rounds in the neutral. The problem is they're winning these rounds, they're stringing them together, but they're doing it with ults. They're not winning in the neutral game. But now they are.
Ooh, Ginny finds one on the waffle. They will go the teleport, like I said before, and this is actually very doable. They do have the stim as well. No ults for either side, as this is going to come all down the gunplay, and like you said, Strawberry Pocky have been stronger in that way. Mosa and Ginny gonna lock up against each other. Flash gonna come out. Julie has actually a really nice angle. Does find one, and then Mimosa trades out Towel, and that's gonna be a good round for Honeydew, making an 8-4.5 after it looked like this could have been a 13-0.
I mean, Julie putting their body on the line, threw it all out there for their team, got the trade out, and just said, "Hey guys, trade me. I'm about to go feed."
I mean, Julie did find the one, which was really good from her, and I mean, the trade, I feel like that's what they did definitely a lot better. After Steph's timeout, it feels like they're playing more as a team and talking to each other more, like instead of just being down in the dumps, and you can definitely see it in the gunplay.
I mean, yeah, again, as somebody who would know reasonably well based on, what happened to me a few weeks ago, I mean, just taking a second, resetting your mental and saying, "Hey guys, what are we doing and how do we fix it?" can mean a lot.
Look at this play from Honeydew. They're just gonna rush up short, looking for something there. The side of Strawberry Pocky isn't there, so they're gonna know. I wonder if they hear them, or they're gonna go slow, or they just fucking rush side. This could be very fast. Lean does find Kang. Ginny finds the trade with Towels, and now we have 3 flank for Honeydew, but they do have the man deficit. This actually could be really bad for them if they stack up in Hookah.
Yeah. This could be really, really interesting, especially with both of their controllers still online. Those, I believe it's 11 seconds of Molly when you combine, 6 from Viper, 5 from Brimstone.
Will Towels find Mimosa? Mimosa does find Towels, so now they actually might know. It looks like D-Blue is gonna look to jump out in a second. This could be a very big explosion. Mimosa finds another. D-Blue jumps out, gets Beatsu, and it's a 2v1. Only Jin left. Ooh,
hold on. Ooh, there it is.
Jin with the Rogue Energy clutch. And they win the round for Strawberry Pocky.
I mean, yeah, apparently you just can't be shit on Viper on this B site. Just stay away. Doesn't matter the man advantage.
It doesn't matter if you're attacker or defender. Jin is just goated on the site, on that site, and just nice right clicks. It does feel like Deep Blue definitely could have finished that off, but just a few misses can totally change the round of that.
I mean, yeah, pistol round, very big swing round. So again, we'll see if the caster curse comes to light. They get the eco.
I mean, we're gonna find out. As it looks like Honeydew just only 2 towards Garden. Waffle does do some decent damage on the Jin. The Kang doesn't check it, but does find the pick. and they do find a 4 versus 3. No one else on site. This is a bit rough for Honeydew as they just have full advantage here. I mean, anything can happen. No flanks coming out this time, which I feel like the side of Strawberry Pocky is maybe potentially thinking as we see Towels just looking towards that way. But
yeah,
this does look really rough.
Yeah, I mean, playing anti-eco, the best move is to group your guns together, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, D-Blue finds one, and now actually the HP advantage, Jin is gonna snake bite that off, but this is actually kind of scary now. Just a bit slightly, even though they do have 3 guns versus 3. Jin is gonna find 2 here. B2 picks up Mimosa, and this eco is not happening. I mean, it was close, but Honeydew unfortunately cannot pull it off, and
yeah, but that
B2
eco damage
will clean it up. I mean, huge eco damage, right? 2 kills,
yeah.
3
four
or 4,
kills.
sorry.
Yeah,
and that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't have asked for more for an eco round, honestly. Aside from just straight thrifting, but I don't really, you know, they played it really well together. But the problem was both of their stall agents. Again, the benefit to not running a sentinel is you have more. You have a second controller. You have more of that util to stall choke points, and you saw it there. Viper Molly short, Viper Orb short, Brim smokes in CT. There's just so much to get through.
Yeah, it definitely feels like once this team can get on site, it feels like they're doing really well at just holding it and not letting Honeydew through. Of course, we've only seen 2 rounds, and now this is our, well, not first gen round, but this is the bonus of the side of Strawberry Pocky, and they're just gonna push 4 or 3. Sorry,
Give it to him.
There.
Oh.
Barely Julie survives that, not gonna lie, as we have 2 in the 4 in shower. This is gonna be interesting real fast. We are gonna get some rotates over the short, but this is a big collapse that Honeydew can do here as Julie finds Ginny at the start. I mean, they're just completely hemmed in. This could be really, really good for the side of Honeydew. Julie finds 2 on the tower. I mean, Honeydew just completely massacring this up. Kang left alone. He doesn't even find it.
I mean, yeah, for Julie there, it's just objective updated survive. You're holding the one-man side of a 4-1 push, and it is rough. I've been in those situations before. It is hard to A, keep a steady mental, and B, keep good decision-making. And, you know, you saw them both there. Took good gunfights, took advantage gunfights, really saw what you needed to see.
Yeah, Julie definitely took advantage of, especially all the noise made in shower. It kind of made Strawberry Pocky a bit confused, I guess you'd say, a bit discombobulated, because I mean, Julie just able to take these real nice fights, and I feel like we've seen him take a lot of good shots. And, or sorry, not a lot of good gunfights in this game so far that we haven't been able to see lately. Because it feels like, oh, we have a Thrash coming through teleport, and that's gonna be extended. They know exactly no one's through B. A is gonna be a hit here, and Honeydew has a lot of good information at the start of this round.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at their ult bank here, they still have Sky ult. They're gonna get the Gecko ult back. They're gonna be able to string a few of these rounds together if they can convert here, or at least if they can make this round close. They're still gonna be sitting on 2, 3, maybe even 4 ult.
Julie finds 2. Ginny and Kang find the trades as it's a 3v3 onside deep. They don't know deep is here. He could find one. Doesn't as Kang with a decent flick. As it's a 3v2. They know where one is. They probably assume where the other. And Ginny gonna spin now. Well, apparently not. Never mind. Julie does find 3 on Kang. This is actually kind of scary now as Ginny and Towels are last alone on site. Stim does come out for Waffle and Julie. Julie's been really good so far in these rounds. They are losing a lot of time.
And no smokes.
Julie does have the orbital strike, but they're gonna need to tap this, and double peek will have to come in. Julie finds 1.
Oh.
2. And that is going to be another round secured for Strawberry Pocky, and that was almost an ace for Julie.
Yeah, that. Ooh, aside from walking into Towel's bullets, that was. Ooh, that was close.
I think I understand what they're trying to do there, but I feel like you need to half the spike and then help your teammates. It kind of felt they left everything on the Julie, which kind of screwed him over. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to coordinate like that, especially when you have no smokes. It's really hard to try and mask a plant. Again, they don't really have too much in the way of stall, aside from a Viper Molly. You could have thrown that into showers to prevent the swing, but again, there's not really too much you can do about that when you don't have util.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if that orbital strike could have been utilized short, and maybe if they peeked the person that was lamps, and then they maybe could have won that round. But we'll never know. As I mean, Steph's gonna have another timeout call to the team, and I mean, it worked really well last time. It gave them 4 rounds in an feels like an unwinnable half, and somehow made it somewhat close. So I wonder if she's gonna be able to make her team do a lot better here.
Yeah, work her magic, but Julie dropping the 16 here.
Yeah, it was looking really rough earlier, but Julie's just been popping off, kind of doing like what Jin did at the start of this game. And I'm really interested to see if they can keep it up, if not just in this game, because this game does feel kind of over, but I think in this series in general.
Yeah, and I mean, what you wanted to see, you saw. Even if you lost here, there's still those glimmers of hope. You still have ideas that you can expand on next map.
Definitely, as it looks like D-Blue is gonna get spotted out here, gets stunned, and Jimmy takes it. I mean, gives a free pick to Mimosa, so I mean, Beat Soup is Hookah able to trade that back. They don't have the bomb, so they're kind of doing some funny stuff. As
yeah,
Waffle,
that's the...
sorry, Waffle alone in elbow. And then we have a flank coming up for Jin too. Looks pretty over for Honeydew.
Yeah, and I mean, again, the advantage of that double duelist comp, more explosiveness. The Jet dashed out, she got killed. Oh well, we have a Raze that can do the exact same thing, and then trade, because why not?
I mean, ooh, Liam and Waffle may hit a 2v2. This is the advantage now of Honeydew. They may be the bottom frags, but this is so doable. We do have Seekers in almost full utility, no smokes on towels, but this is so doable for the side of Honeydew as they find some really picks that you didn't think were going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to see the nerd plays from the Brimstone? Let's find out.
They're playing all the way back. They are taking no chances.
Believe they do.
Thank God Liam does have wingmen, so it does stop them from being killed, and they can probably both. Yep, there you go. And this is kind of scary now for...
If he hits his molly, I don't think there's time.
And it goes down. Yeah. No time left for Honeydew. Liam will find one, but Towels gets another 2, and an almost round for Honeydew goes the way for Pocky as they play it pretty good in post-plant.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a couple seconds off there. If they'd been just a little bit faster clearing their way through the site, maybe you can tap a little sooner, get the Brim ult out, and then maybe swing it a little bit more in, together. But I mean, honestly, in my opinion at least, that round came down to when the Viper Molly came out. Because that Viper Molly came out as they were tapping the spike, instead of after the Brimstone ult came down. If you hit tab and you see a Brimstone ult, they're not going to swing you off of the first tab.
Yeah, and I think Honeydew actually played that pretty well, because they knew that, so they just tapped it back off of it. But I feel like maybe move forward for that, as Julie and Jin get the trades. It's an early skirmish. Honeydew playing 3 towards B, so they're going to look to quick rotate. But, I mean, Pocky is just playing very slow. They haven't really committed to the site yet, so it does kind of stall out both teams. And yeah, they're going to go towards towers. They might hear stuff now. The Guiding Light does come out. But again, no space is really made with the Viper Wall up, and they're going to go through B.
Gonna have a bind moment.
I mean, Mimosa could come up huge here. The Seeker does hit him, but Kang with a peek does force him back in. We do have the Orbital Strike waiting on the side. We do have Viper Pit as well. Kang does find one on site as we have someone slow pushing through. Mimosa could come up huge with a flank, does find Kang. There's only 3 people left in the Viper's Pit. Bomb isn't down, so this is actually a very good position for Honeydew. Mimosa does find Tells. Finds Waffle, finds Jin, and only Jin left and stuck in the smoke. Mimosa finds 3 on that round.
Nice and neat. Cleaned up beautifully.
I mean, that was a lot of ult spent for the side of Pocky as well, so that was really good for Honeydew.
Yeah, it was very, very worth it. When you saw that push come out through a short, and you knew that multiple players of Pocky were sitting in a short, but they had no other map control as Honeydew pushed out Fountain. Sorry, there's 2 schools of thought in that kind of dead space between engagements. There's the let's reset and re-clear the map kind of school of thought, where you take your time, let them make their move. It doesn't matter. They're not doing anything to you. And then there's the let's just run it down because we can take Space Club.
And they love that club.
Oh my goodness, they do. Look at this comp.
Get out of my way!
And it looks like this eco is going to be looking to sunset around when B2 does find Julie, but a fast push in the lamps and picks up that gun with Kang. Liam is heaven as we're going to see the rotate happen now. Two are going to go towards showers. They love doing this last play. B2 finds Kang. B2 gets traded out with Liam, and it's a 3v3 again for the side. Pocky as Liam gets Jin as well. Waffle finds Jimmy, Cowles gets one, and it's a 1v2 classic moment. This is unwinnable. Melissa picks up a round, and that's 7 now for HD.
I mean, yeah, again, even if this map is over, even if they lose this game at the end of the day, they made this go the distance, and my mind is completely blanking on the professional game this was in. But basically what happened is, I think, I don't remember if it was Team Heretics or if it was Foot. They picked up 12 rounds, and they the other team, they dragged it out to the point where I think they ended like 14-10, but it was like 12-0, 12-1. It was G2, yes. But the mental effect that can have going into future maps of just dragging out current maps and making them go the distance can't really be understated.
No, definitely not. Like, I think it just helps a lot with confidence. Like, you went down 7-0, and it looked all but over, and then you start picking up a lot of rounds, which I think just gives you confidence into the next map. I feel yeah, an early engagement does their flash, but we have a collapse coming in. Kang does get what? Huge! Oh! From Showstopper finds 2, and this is another round for Honeydew, so this is actually getting really scary for Pocky, as Jin gonna look to get some sort of trade, but this economy advantage for Honeydew is actually doing a lot of dividends.
Let's not be too hasty here. This is Crnnngyn we're talking about. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Never mind. They figured out who they were playing against, and they said, nope. Not gonna happen.
They commit the second half of the thrash. Who blames them? As, I mean, it's 12-8. Never say never. As, I mean, we might have cast our curse to them. This feels like a Tarek moment. As, I mean, Honeydew have a chance to come back in this. They have a total economy advantage.
Yeah. And there it is. And if you're Honeydew, if you're Honeydew and you're playing here, and you saw the first half that you saw,
Careful here.
and now that you're seeing this half, right? So you guys went down. You were down. It was down and out. You took a timeout, strung some rounds together, side swap, you know? You took a couple L's, but you still brought it back, and you're sitting here now. And you see them take the timeout because, they're trying to get themselves back together. They're trying to take a minute, deal with what they're going to deal with.
Yeah.
It almost feels like, this is kind of a weird comparison, but it feels like that scene from Infinity War where everybody's fighting Thanos, and they finally see him bleed. And that's the catalyst for everything else that happens. Gods can bleed. Things that didn't look good will suddenly start looking good. You might get that confidence back. You might see more pop-off plays. And confidence is one of the biggest parts of this game. I think that confidence is almost, if not maybe as important as your aim, because if you can just take fights and you think you're gonna win them, honestly, sometimes it'll turn them in your favor.
Yeah, and I mean, like, especially even if they lose this round, if they lose this game, they have so much confidence heading into it. Waffle does
hold on,
Ginny, and this could be a really nice round. YouTube does find Mimosa looking for a trade on to Waffle, but Waffle will just back up, and they do have sight here, so this actually could be scary. A lot of spams coming through. As it looks like they're going to back up totally. They're just playing full spam. This is really interesting as Waffle making space. Jin finds a pick, but Liam trades it back over as they're playing full spam onto the
orbital strike. Yep.
Not enough time found, so this is actually going to be a very messy end to this round. D-Blue playing very far up. Liam does find one, Kang finds one as well. Kang finds 2. It's Liam versus Kang at the end of this round. Can Liam beat Clutch? Puts the wingman on it. Kang has to swing, and Kang finds the 3K. this is your win for Strawberry
Reap what
Pocky,
you
their first
sow.
win of this series, as we're going to be heading to Haven in the next one. First, we'll be getting an interview, and what a match we just watched.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely got a little bit hazy there. Definitely dragged it out a little bit, but it looked really good. At the end of the day, it was clean. It was succinct. They took a lot of rounds. They took some time to get their footing again, but they closed it out.
Yeah, and I feel like even for Honeydew, that is how you get your confidence, because that it looked very dicey for them, but they got confidence back in the series, and I think they're going to show a lot more on Haven where they're not down by X amount.
Yeah, I mean, again, resetting Haven, different mindset, kind of a different map mentality. 3 sites, you have to play a weak side. There is a mid to fight for. There's multiple choke points that you can split through, and a lot of Haven comes down to A main control and A hut control. And if you can get that, you can really hold down 2 of those lanes and get a lot of other map control by proxy by reinforcing that. So we'll really see who can take care of that.
Hi, Crnnngyn. How do I pronounce it?
Crnnngyn. You can say Crnnngyn.
Crnnngyn? All right, perfect. How do you feel about that match?
It was fun. It was good.
It looked a bit dicey for a second. Obviously, you guys go up 7-0, and then it felt like Honeydew kind of started pull back things. How's your guys' confidence going back when you're potentially starting to lose a few rounds that could be a bit scary?
I don't think our confidence was going down. We just stayed calm, collected, kept calming to each other. Everything was okay. Because
Yeah.
once our confidence went down, I don't think it would ever go back up. So we always try and keep our mental as high as we can.
I mean, yeah. And like I was saying earlier, confidence is a huge player in this game. So I also do have a question. So we saw, again, like Rhodes was saying, we saw you guys take a big lead early, not
Mhm.
really in any part thanks to you anchoring Hookah like a absolute champion. But, you know, we saw you guys falter a little bit. And then we saw kind of the reset happen in the timeout. So I guess my question to you is, what did you guys really do to reset yourselves in the timeout? Was it just a, hey guys, let's take a minute, let's reset, think about what they're doing, and counter it? Or was it just a minute of, let's all get our feelings out, and then reset?
Oh, it's exactly like the first one. We were seeing and understanding what they were doing, and we didn't do anything before the timeout because we didn't have enough time to talk about it. But during the timeout, we all had our say and understood what we needed to do in order to finish the game strong.
And so you guys are actually one map away from winning your first series of the tournament. So I just wanted to ask how confident you are coming into Haven.
Ooh, Haven's the new map in the rotation. Like, everyone hasn't been playing on this map, so I'm not sure. It's gonna be an interesting game. I'm not sure.
I was gonna say, you guys, again, you said it's new. I'm
Yeah.
curious if you guys want to give anything away a couple minutes before the new map. You know, is there anything special we might see in a couple minutes? You know, anything special packed just for us?
You guys will see and find out when the game starts.
Okay.
All right, well, you won the map MVP, so
Yeah.
congratulations to that. Your performance was
you.
crazy, and I mean, just thanks for the interview. I hope you have a good map too.
Thank you. I could go back?
Yeah. And we'll see you guys in just a few moments for Haven.